Hi, you're live with Jackie, host of Connecticut's Music Matters, making us stronger in communities. Today, I will be hopefully interviewing somebody if they're able to accept my request to get them into the chat. So I am waiting to see if this is going to happen. I'm still learning how to do a podcast on YouTube. So let's see if I could get them in here. No, that's a comment. We'll continue. Invite viewers to your broadcast. Share your broadcast to build an audience. Share. Wow, I swear if I can't get him in here. Nope, because he has me. I can't get him in here. Well, that don't make sense. I don't understand why I can't get him in here. Let's see if I can get someone else in here. This don't make sense. Nope. Why can't I get somebody in here? That allow the audience to ask to participate. Boom, I got that. Share broadcast. Hold on, like seriously. I'm trying so hard to do this. I'm trying. Let's refresh it. Audience, share, invite. Let's see, I can invite other people. Why can't I find him to invite him? This makes no damn bit of sense. I don't understand. Man, I'm just going to start inviting people just to get in here. Okay. I'm trying to figure out something out. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. All right. Oh. Let me figure this out, okay? I'm trying to figure this out, so don't leave me, people. I'm trying to see if somebody could view me to get into the video that way. All right. Oh, snap. And this all is going on. This is all going to be broadcasted on my YouTube channel. Me talking like I can't work a freaking phone. Like, seriously, this don't make sense, man. This don't make sense. All right. Let's see. So who's viewing me? Are you viewing me? Let's see. I don't even... No? Okay. Well, someone's viewing me. This is... I don't understand. Like, I'm supposed to interview this person and I can't invite him into the chat. Not unless he actually comes into to view me. And then I could... Because I bet I could invite you in. The person that's viewing now, I bet I could invite you in to join my chat. See, it says it right there. See, that's all he has to do. Because it says, right now, it says, your name, Real Hasta La Muerta. Did I pronounce that right? It says, bring them on camera. So that's what he has to do. He has to come into this video in order for me to invite him to interview him. All right, here he goes. All right, see, I told you. Told you, we did it. Yes, I told you. I told you. Adding, is it my slow connection? Adding. There we go. Yes, I did it. Ah,
How you doing? How you doing?
I told you. Oh my God. All
You
right.
gotta
So
explain.
listen. Okay. So welcome everybody. This is Frederick Rhymes III, right? Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah, yeah,
All right. He's going to tell his story on how he got started, before he got started. He's just going to talk, and then after he tells his whole story, questions and answers. I'll ask questions. Whoever's viewing, if they want to type a question, we will get that answered. Go ahead, you got the floor. All right.
yeah. Well, I've been singing. I've been singing pretty much since I was around 8 or 9 years old. That's when I first realized I could sing. I remember, like, I don't know, I was in the apartment with my mom, and I was in the bedroom, and I don't know if I started singing a song that I already knew or what, but I just ran in the living room like, Mom, I think I can sing. And I sang a little song for her. She's like, oh, you can sing. And then I actually wrote my first song when I was like 9 or 10. But I never like thought I was gonna end up like actually, being a singer and doing music. Like I just wrote a song for fun as a kid. But it's funny because in the song I was talking about like being an international superstar and talking about how we're on our way and we're gonna see the world and all this stuff. But yeah, I was in the choir in middle school. I was in the choir in high school. When I went to college, I was in the choir. And I got my introduction to actually like doing music in college. I was in like this rap group with a couple of my homeboys, but I was like the one singer in there, and that's when I first got in the studio. And yeah, then my high school sweetheart, my high school girlfriend, they're like my first love. We broke up going into college, so that's what led to me starting like to write and actually like to look at music as being an outlet for my emotions because I had already got like introduced into like doing music. And so, I just began to be able to try to articulate my feelings, through the lyrics, through the melodies, through the music. And that's kind of where my journey started for real.
All right. So obviously, I'm going to ask a question. Um, so basically, she broke your heart because a lot of your songs deal with a lot of like. It sounds like you're going through a lot of heartache.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, over the years, I definitely, I've had my share of, heartbreaks or just time periods where I was in a dark space. And like I said, music has just always naturally just been my outlet and what I
Hmm.
run to, I don't know, it's like I turned that pain into something beautiful. I put it like this, like I feel like in my life when I look at certain things that happen, even the moments that hurt me the most, or, even if it's aspects of myself that like, at times I wish was different or I didn't like, at the end of the day, I'm always thankful for them because it always results in something beautiful. You know, like I said, I mean, even in college, I was all sad in college and all that. But if it wasn't for what I went through, I literally would not be here today because I wouldn't have started doing music for real. Like it took going through that for me to even just actually start pursuing the music. So at the end of the day, like I see the beauty in it all. You know what I'm saying? And then at times when I write music, like I might not be going through it presently in that moment, but I'm able like something can happen to me 2 3 years ago, and if I'm in the mood to write a song, I can re-engage with those feelings. So even though it happened 2 3 years ago, when I write this song today, like I put myself back in that emotional place. So sometimes it's not even that I'm always going through the same things, but I'm able to think back on those past situations that I may have already written some songs about and re-articulate it in a different way or talk about a different aspect of it, of that situation.
Hmm. So you said you sang in the church choir.
What did you say?
Did you sing in the church choir? Did you say you grew up in the church?
Yeah. I sang in a church choir, like So we used to have youth Sundays like once a month, or once every couple months, and that's when like the youth church get to go up there and we kind of have our own little service. So yeah, I used to be able to lead the church choir on those moments.
Mm. And what was your major in college?
Polymer science and engineering.
Oh, so you know how to create beats and stuff?
I only went for like 1 year. I didn't finish, so.
Oh.
But yeah.
And who is your musical inspiration? What kind of music did you grow up on?
Uh, I would say like definitely Jacquees is like the main one.
Hmm.
It's kind of like the obvious one. But then like of course like a lot of people my generation, Drake, J. Cole, Tory Lanez. But
Hmm.
also like I love a lot of older artists like Donnell Jones. I used to listen to him a lot. I used to listen to a lot of cover songs. So I used to listen to a lot of old school songs and old school R&B, but also it was just I would like to listen to the covers of those songs. Like I love Georgia on My Mind by Ray Charles, but it's a guy called Blair Perkins, and I love his voice. Um, what's another one? I'd rather go blind. Etta James. A lot of people know Beyonce's version, but I like the Blair Perkins version.
Hmm.
What's another one? I love Love and War. I think that's originally by Tamar Braxton. I used to have that song on repeat. Um, yeah, so I grew up in old soul. What's that? It's a Man's World. I think that was James Brown. I used to love that song. So you
Hmm.
know, it's only a few artists that I really like listen to like all the time. But aside from that, it was just a bunch of just different songs. But definitely like I grew up on that old school R&B and blues.
Hmm. Yeah, like the first song that I ever heard was Sammy Davis Jr. The Candyman. Um,
Mm,
I was about 5 months old when I ever heard that. And then the Corporation, excuse me, rocked the boat. And then there was Let the Sideshow Begin. I forgot who sang that. I can't remember that right now. Um,
mm.
yeah, I used to listen to those 45s. And before they were scratching records, I scratched the hell out of those records. But
Nah,
um, I
that's
was I grew up on New Edition and Yo Jays and Otis Redding and yeah, American Bandstand was I used to watch American Bandstand and Soul Train. And I always
mm.
wanted to be on Soul Train, but I was on Dance Party USA, which was on the USA Network, and yeah, it was like a imitation train. I do like it. But, music is therapy for the soul, and that's why I created this the
Yeah,
content
wow.
on my platforms because music, my as the acronym that I use is making us stronger in communities. Um, I'm trying to create positivity to take away gun violence and drugs and alcohol from the streets. Um, so yeah, that's how I came into creating this. And yeah, this is actually I'm gonna um get copyright for this way no one else gets it because it's on all my platforms.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. I love like I said, just from a personal standpoint and also from a community standpoint. Just your reasons, your inspiration, and your motivation behind it all. That's great.
So I wanted to try to come up with a collaboration like during the holidays how they had Feed the World and We Are the World, um, with Michael Jackson and everybody, all the different artists that came together to sing. Um, and trying to figure out how to get people together. I did a thing called America's Got Talent last year, and the girl that performed, she didn't win. It wasn't about the money; it was about just getting her recognized. And I interviewed one other person. The second one he canceled, and I'm glad that you rescheduled. It was shocking that you actually rescheduled, but. You know, I'm just, I have a whole lineup of who I want to interview, who I think has a story behind how they got started. Um, you know, because a lot of the local rappers here in Hartford, um, they struggled while they were younger, and, you know,
Yeah,
they chose music over choosing, you know, being a drug dealer or anything else. So,
yeah,
you know,
facts.
so I'm so glad your music promotes positivity. You know, you're not you're not using any foul language in your music. You're talking about working hard, you know, coming home from a long day's, you know, hard work, and, you know, no breaks or anything, and you come home and you're just relaxed with the person that you want to be with. And, you know, it's just so inspirational when I'm listening to the words, and, you know, and that you got to listen to the words, because the words mean something, you know, and you may be talking
Yeah,
about something different, you know, whatever words you're saying, there's another thought behind it. And yeah, I can't stop listening to your music, you know. And I mean, I started following you before you even had a lot of followers like that, and I just started, you know,
yeah,
forwarding your music onto my stories and everything. And yeah, you
yeah,
just started getting, I don't know how many viewers you got after that, but yeah, obviously they were following you or something.
yeah. No, I appreciate that.
But I remember you started from the bottom. You had no followers like that. So
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely got it out the mud, man. But you know, definitely like thanks to people like you that have showed me support, have showed me love. Uh, you know, we've been able to grow this thing, and we still, still want to take it, still want to touch a lot more people in the world. But you know, I'm appreciative for everyone that that is tapped in with me and does show my stuff support. And like I said, it's always just great to hear, like, because when I write these songs, I'm just you know, I'm just speaking on what's coming to my mind. I'm just speaking on what's coming to my heart. So even like a song like All I Ask, I never expected that song to be like what it was. I didn't think that was gonna be like my biggest song,
yeah,
because I had dropped like another song around the time. I had like a couple more songs around the time that I thought was like better, or and even like I don't know, like I just wrote that song. I'm just talking about the love that I want. So
yeah,
it surprised me to see like how many women, you know, were touched by it. And I know a lot of women would say like it inspired them, to just believe like that there was that type of love out there, or that men thought that way. And
mhm,
you know other people tell me about how it like relates to their relationships and etc. And it's like
mhm,
literally I was just in my feelings talking about how I wanted love. Like I didn't know it was gonna touch this many people. And even like it's the way that it does touch people and inspire people. So it's always just great to hear that. Like it reminds me because naturally as humans, like we second guess ourselves and question ourselves, but when you hear that, you're doing the right thing, and you're on the right path.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna throw some questions out to the audience, because I see how someone just made a comment how you're so fine. So I'm sure these ladies want to know. So, are you in a relationship now with anybody?
Oh no, no, I'm single right now. I'm single.
Aww.
Y'all may be seeing me in the
Yeah, my a lot of my comments on your statuses, your when you post something up, you know, I'm always saying my dreadhead, and a lot of people, a lot of my friends probably thought that I was in a relationship with you the way I was putting it on my stories and everything, and I put my dreadhead. So, yeah. Even when I get into a relationship, I'm still gonna be flirting with you. So. Ladies, do you have any questions? Please, questions from the audience. If not, I could be talking to him all day. So, um, alrighty. So that's our show for today. Thank you for tuning in. Please share. Until next time. Bye. Thank you for watching Connecticut's Music Matters with your host.